NFL news. This week was very crazy. Start of the year, they had a very crazy week of football. Starting off with none other than himself, Mr. Boomin' Call God, Antonio Brown. Man, do you guys want to talk about what happened?
I think we kind of have to.
Yeah. Or did you want to describe it, or did you want to leave it to me?
All right, I'll talk about it. So Antonio Brown decided in the middle of the third quarter of the game against the Jets that he was done. And he took off his shoulder pads, he took off his jersey, he took off his undershirt, he took off his gloves, fired the shirt and the gloves into the crowd. Which, quick little side note, OJ Simpson is on Twitter and he posted about this, talking about how despicable it was or whatever. And one of the top comments was definitely the worst glove related incident in NFL history. And that made me laugh really hard. But anyway, so yeah, he fires that stuff into the crowd, walks off, proceeds to dance in the end zone in the middle of the game.
Yeah, that ankle injury was really bothering him.
Right.
Yeah.
Security said they were going to tackle him because they thought it was a fan at first, but then it was just AB being AB. And he ran into the tunnel with the peace sign up and then was seen at Barclays Center at a Nets game the next day. So he's still in New York.
Well, they first saw him try to get an Uber. That was so funny.
Yeah. And honestly, the craziest part about well, maybe not the craziest part, but a crazy part about all this is that he's still not cut. He's still on the roster.
Yeah, dude,
so I don't know if there's I don't know if there's something they need to wait for, or I don't really know what they're doing right now, but are they going to keep him?
They're going to suspend him for sure. There's no way he gets out of this. In the middle of the game, he's just jumping around in the end zone. He's going to get in trouble for that.
The case he made, or I don't know if he himself made it, but people are saying that he told Arians he was too injured to go back in the game. And I don't know how that would be true. But other people are also saying it's because he was close to incentives and they wouldn't let him back in the game. So those are kind of opposite stories. And in reality, probably neither of them are true. But
yeah, that was a story that is in favor of Antonio Brown, which is very hard for people to support Antonio Brown's side of the story when it's like he did all that crazy stuff and he has a crazy past. So this is embarrassing. And he was 8 catches, 50 yards and a touchdown away from $1 million. And then he just throws it all away. What?
To be fair, he did also throw it away himself earlier in the season with the whole fake vaccine card thing.
Yep. Dude, this is why the NFL normally doesn't give people second chances in the league. This is why they're for sure never giving Colin Kaepernick a second chance.
This isn't even a second chance. This is fourth chance,
50th or something. It's so weird because it's the only player that I've seen get it another chance in the NFL after screwing it up is Antonio Brown. Colin Kaepernick.
Josh Gordon got a bunch of chances.
Yeah, he got. Maybe it's just wide receivers. Wide receivers just get multiple chances. Everyone else doesn't. Colin Kaepernick didn't. I'm surprised. Cam Newton did. He probably shouldn't have.
Well, he didn't do anything wrong. He just was not good.
Yeah, it was kind of just not good. It was interesting. Johnny Manziel didn't. I'm surprised he didn't. Honestly,
bad kickers get more chances. And bad coaches. Bad coaches get more chances all the time.
Yeah. It's just apparently just quarterbacks don't. Apparently.
Gabe, we were just talking about this. There's a bunch of terrible backup quarterbacks who seem to just float around the league making money, who are just always in the league.
Well, yeah, these rookie quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks just don't get chances. You saw Sean Mannion get one in the Sunday night game, and Kellen Mond got one series.
He got 2 plays and he got dissed by the coach.
Yeah.
He was I've already seen enough of them.
Zimmer's gone anyway. Who cares?
that's it's kind of rough for me to see Mike Zimmer leave. Like, I mean, he's been pretty decent, and it's like, what are the odds that they're going to hire a better coach than him?
I'd say
Like,
not bad.
I mean, the team has underperformed so much this year.
yeah,
The
and even with
Vikings
Kirk
have.
Cousins, I think the
And
whole Kirk Cousins thing was bad.
well, and you've seen Minnesota's potential this year too. Like they looked like a playoff team multiple times in the year, but like losses to the Lions and stuff like that just it makes it really tough.
Yeah.
Like it makes a really tough case to keep Mike Zimmer around.
hmm I think if he would have won that game, he probably would have 100% stayed. But
I don't
that's
know. A lot of fans were already out on him before that. That was just like of course it happened, like nail in the
yeah.
coffin type thing.
hmm Also, in other news, a Chiefs player's jacket caught on fire against the Bengals. That
I
was
didn't
pretty
even see
interesting.
that. I was watching that game. I didn't even see that happen.
I didn't know it happened either. I just heard about it. And like apparently a player was standing way too close to a heater and then it caught on fire.
He was just so cold that he didn't even notice he was on fire at first.
He's like, oh, it got way warmer all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden he checks down and he's like on fire.
Just
Still
hovers
only the
over.
third hottest player in that game behind Burrow and Chase.
Dude, Jamar Chase has been picking it up. Like,
He
I remember
is
how everyone was
quite
like,
good.
everyone was like, man, he's gonna be a dud because he kept on dropping passes in the preseason, and all of a sudden now he's getting 200 yards a game.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd say he's probably going to be really good for a really long time.
yeah, probably. I think honestly, like his start, everyone thought that Justin Jefferson's start could have been really topped by any other like receiver, like last year's start, but he blew it out of the water. Like Jamar Chase his start's been way more crazy than, in my opinion, than
Yeah,
Justin
you
Jefferson.
might have the brightest future in the league as far as weapons go.
Yeah. I mean, I would take him right now over Justin Jefferson, and that's in my opinion.
I'd probably take him over Devonta Smith and TJ Hawkinson personally.
Yeah.
Where-
I mean, whoa.
Me and Gabe just made a Jamar Chase trade in a dynasty league yesterday. That's why I say
Wait,
that.
seriously?
Yeah.
Why? Why would you make that trade?
It wasn't just that. He got more than that, but
Oh, I was like, dude, why would you just straight up give? That's like,
Well, we can
man,
put it on the
okay.
record here really quick, I guess. So I gave Carter Jamar Chase. He gave me TJ Hawkinson. He gave me Devonta Smith. He gave me Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He gave me the first overall pick in a rookie draft this year. And then we did a pick swap in 2024. So I got his third round pick, and
you also
I got
gave me Schultz.
I also gave you Dalton Schultz. Yeah. So take that how you want it. I think I got a pretty good haul for Jamar Chase.
And I got Jamar Chase, which is sick because I also have Joe Burrow.
Yeah, so you're telling me you gave away Jamar Chase for mid players?
Whoa.
Don't say they're
No
mid.
Hawkinson slander.
Dude, Hawkinson. Okay, I had Hawkinson on my team last year, and he was pretty great. But like this year, I don't know if it's just because Jared Goff doesn't really like him as much.
He was
but
playing well, but he just started battling through injuries.
Yeah, and that's what happened to George Kittle, and we see how that's turned out.
Yep, he's the best tight end in the world.
I don't know him anymore. he's been injured.
Not fantasy wise. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but he's been injured for forever. Seems like I don't even know when he's injury prone. I mean,
a lot of it isn't his fault. I mean, he got plagued by injuries last year because in the first game, Garoppolo missed through a screen pass and led him into an injury, and then he never really fully recovered from that one last year. He's also playing with a torn labrum and has been his whole career. That's why he wears that shoulder wrap thing.
Yeah, but maybe he should get it fixed, and he will be.
Well,
great,
then he'd have to miss a whole off season of stuff.
Is that better than playing through a torn labrum?
It seems like it. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell George Kittle what to do.
Dude, I don't even. But anyways, there's also awful railing. You probably heard this. Awful railing leads to fans almost falling on Jalen Hurts as he's entering the tunnel. Man,
I think that was Washington's strategy.
Yeah, to hurt Jalen Hurts, dude.
At this
That
point,
was
who knows?
dude, and then they didn't even offer medical support for those people.
And
Like
did you see the cameraman, the NFL cameraman who kicked somebody?
they did not care.
Yeah, I saw that
They did not
the thing-
care.
it
for no
wasn't.
reason.
Yeah, no reason to kick the person. He just did.
What is their issue? Like, I don't, dude. I don't know if this is a Washington thing or an NFL thing, but it seems like both. Like, I don't know why the NFL is protecting Washington so much. Like, what? They're not a good team, so why are they protecting them so much? Like the whole scandal thing with the email, that they're hiding that and they're literally just concealing that super tight. And then this, they don't even announce anything for it. They kind of sweep it under the rug. Like, what? I don't even. And that also leads to Washington football team announcing their new name, which they're probably going to get horribly screwed up. Like, I heard right now that they already accidentally leaked it, and it's the I forgot what it was. They announced it, the Red Tails. I heard it was they
Oh, really? I
accidentally
didn't hear
leaked it, and
that.
it was the Red Tails.
I know
I just heard that.
most of the fans wanted Red Wolves, and they already ruled that out for who
Yeah,
knows why. But that's what the fans wanted.
like, dude, this is gonna be embarrassing. Like they do everything that they did this year.
Well, and
Like,
a lot of fans want the old name back.
yeah,
So
like I don't. They
that's
shouldn't
not
have
happening.
changed it. They changed it for FedEx Field, which is eventually falling apart right now. That's what that's what I thought. Like, man, they changed their name for the stadium, and now their stadium is falling apart.
Literally.
Yeah, like, man, that's so dumb. Like, I could go on for days about the Washington football team and how embarrassing of a franchise they are. But man, and also Joe Burrow got his name ripped off of this. That was pretty funny.
That was so weird to see. I
I
hated
know.
it. It looked
It was
so weird
weird.
without a name.
And I was like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, did I just not notice this? Did he have his name tag missing the whole game? And I was like, what? But it showed that he got it ripped off. That was kind of
Yeah.
funny. But also, so these topics I talked about, they're also on our website as well in article form if you want to go more in depth or just read about it a little bit. So check those out. And we also should be having some more articles out soon. But yes, that was a little side tangent. And also Joe Burrow didn't care. He didn't care that he didn't have a name on his jersey. He still threw for 350 plus yards and 4 touchdowns and 0 picks in the last 2 games, including the Ravens, as you may know.
We get it. We get it. Joe Burrow's good. Jamar Chase is good. We're gonna be good for like 10 years. We get it.
Yeah.
This is pain. This is pain here. No, but in all honesty, Joe Burrow's been phenomenal. He's probably gonna be a future MVP.
He's probably the best quarterback in the AFC North. I don't see anyone else competing for that.
Maybe not that. I mean, we haven't seen Lamar play for a little bit, but
Dude,
I wouldn't say that
Lamar
just
looks
yet.
bad.
I wouldn't say
Lamar
that
looks
just yet.
Lamar looks bad. His injury.
I would give Burrow the edge. Like as of right now, I'd say that it's definitely fair to call him better, but I also wouldn't say that nobody's like arguing
I
for
was
it or fighting
joking
for it.
about that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you are a
Um,
certified Lamar hater, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's some truth in what I said, but as well,
It's
Lamar
gonna
looks
be a
bad
tough
with its
offseason.
injury.
Well,
He's
and
gonna learn how to stop running. He's got to stop it.
I
And
mean, the play he got hurt on, the Cleveland player obviously tried twisting his ankle.
yeah, but that's how you kind of know how to tackle, like the gator tackle. That's what everyone's taught. Like, it's not like he did it with malice. Like, I mean, everyone tackles that like that.
Lamar
I
should
mean-
be good to go next year. Hopefully he's still a Raven next year. I mean, I don't see a scenario where the Ravens don't re-sign him.
But man, his
He's-
injury,
Does he already need to be extended?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, he's hobbling
I thought that was next year.
everywhere. Well, he's the same year as Baker. Baker has to get. That's the whole argument. As Baker is he going to get resigned or whatever?
Well, they'll pick up Lamar's option, obviously, but they definitely
The
will.
Browns are screwed.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Like either they pay Baker way too much and they're screwed, or they lose Baker and have no quarterback.
I say franchise tag him. I say
don't
give
know.
him another year.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, the roster's built to contend now. If you risk losing Baker Mayfield, who hasn't been awesome, but you just don't have a quarterback, then that's going to be an issue.
Maybe you pick up the tag and then draft a quarterback and then see. Maybe that's the move. Kind of like what the 49ers did with Trey Lance and Jimmy. They kind of kept him for a year and then they're going to get rid of him next year, probably. The Trey Lance, I don't know. I'm getting some parallels for some dude in Kansas City. I don't know.
Oh, I like
Kinda
that.
same
I've always
story.
said he reminds me a lot of young Josh Allen right now, where like the footwork needs a little bit of work, the windup's a little long, the accuracy can be spotty at times, but he's got a really strong arm. He's got a lot of mobility. He's a big guy. He has all the physical tools.
And I mean, that's kind of the same thing by the end of the year, week 17, after his first year. What's this? Patrick Mahomes started. Sounds the same with Trey Lance. I don't know, but I am a 49er hater as well. But I mean, he
What?
does look good.
Is it just because
know
we
why.
eviscerated
You know
you twice
why.
in the same year?
You know why.
That
You
is
know
why.
why I do not like the
Understandable.
49ers.
That's a shame
Also
because I am a Packers bandwagon a little bit.
Yes, and I'm also
Not really, but
I'm not reciprocating the love.
I love Aaron Rodgers.
Man, yeah, I don't know why. You probably love Aaron Rodgers because he always likes to choke against the 49ers. That's probably why.
That's actually not. I love him because I think he's the best quarterback of all time.
I agree, but yes.
Best talent wise, of course.
Wait, what?
Anyways, I
What?
think that
The all time?
Best is
Yeah.
in most talented. Yeah.
most
Oh,
talented.
okay.
Like it'd be like the Rodgers is the best, Brady's
Well,
the
he's not-
greatest.
And Brady's the most achieved quarterback.
By
like-
far. Yeah.
He's the most achieved. I think Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback overall.
I think
my
purely talent, like if I just need one game in a nutshell, I'm taking Rodgers over
Yep.
anybody.
But I mean, also Tom Brady does bring the ref factor in there. He does
Oh
get a ton
yeah.
of calls to
Oh
him.
yeah,
so,
and
I mean,
Rodgers doesn't.
yeah, but he doesn't get him as nearly as much as Tom Brady does.
It's some pretty bad ones. The game sealing play against the Browns was bad. There was a lot of bad
Okay,
calls on
that was
game.
a tipped pass. I said
a
that.
lot of bad calls.
It was
on that game.
tipped.
No
was
way they knew
tipped.
that, bro. No way they knew that.
It was
Nobody knew
tipped.
that until they slowed it down and zoomed it in. And
Yeah, but anyways, they wouldn't have. It would have been a bad call because it was tipped. So therefore, end of discussion.
okay, mark that off the list of the long list of bad calls they got that game.
Yep. Yeah, do that. Anyways, Big Ben's. Why this? What? Why
What?
the Saints?
Oh,
We want the Rams to win and we want the Saints to win.
if the Niners lose and the Saints win, the Saints are in the playoffs. And the
Oh
Niners are not.
yeah. Let's go Saints.
Are we just piling it on me? I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, you
He
get
picks the wrong national champion.
Yeah, that's it. That's why we're dogging you this whole. And because you missed last episode, I was gonna make
That's
a
not
joke
my
about there's no
fault.
other.
That's not my fault. The Wi-Fi where I was like non-existent. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Sure.
I was also sharing a room with my brother, and yeah, but the Wi-Fi thing was the biggest issue.
Anyways, Big Ben, his final home game, he looked horrible in that game. Anyways, like I'm not gonna deny that he looked bad. The best thing in that game was his team around him carried him to a victory. Hey, Baker also carried him to a victory, throwing a man. Baker's bad. And in this game, he was also bad. TJ Watt had 4 sacks for the first, and that's the first time for a player to do that in 20 years. And he's also 1 sack away from the record for a season. Like, man.
While only playing 12 full games. Like,
yeah. He's been injured too this year, and he's still done that. Like, what? That's insane.
And can't really use the 17-game season as an excuse when he hasn't even played the whole season.
right.
Yeah. And that's ridiculous. I mean, the 18th game will make him get it, but like that's crazy, honestly.
I mean, you'd think he'd get it, but
Let's hope that Tyler Huntley just takes an
It's-
intentional grounding or something instead of giving TJ Watt a sack.
Just Lamar out for sure.
I mean, the Ravens can still
He's
make
been
the
limping
playoffs,
bad.
but I don't think they want to risk. Like, it's basically impossible for the Ravens to make the playoffs. I think it's safer just to roll Huntley out there and keep them healthy.